All right, so wanted to do a update video on the Challenger. It's been a couple weeks now, and as you can see, we've got the radiator out, battery out. Um, Basically, what we've done is drain the old coolant and threw some radiator flush in with some water, and I ran it. I ran the motor for about a half an hour. Gosh, he sounds mean. Such a great running engine. It's going to be fun to drive this. But yeah, I mean, really, that's the only thing that I've done with it for the past 2 weeks. We're getting ready to pull this engine because I got to go through and we're gonna redo the transmission. I'm gonna pull this head and see what damage has been done on the valve cover. I got a stud in here that stripped itself out, so we got to see what happened there. But yeah, all the drivetrain's coming out, and we're gonna redo a lot of it. So yeah, when I get to pulling the engine, I'm going to do a lot of photos, a lot of videos, and I'll be sharing that with everybody here. So this will be a fun project. But yeah, so aside from this, I recently went to a salvage yard here in Utah, and the guy owns a Mopar yard out there, and the guy that runs that yard, I've met him a few times, and he actually got in a 70 Challenger that was a restoration car. It looked like the car from Vanishing Point, but unfortunately it was a burn victim. It was caught in one of the big California fires last year, 2022. And this car looked like it had sat out for 40 some years. I mean, it was so freaking rusty. It was unreal. And it's just fire damage. But I'll kind of visualize it with mine here. So the fire had taken place, like most of the damage was in the rear of the car. The suspension was completely shot. Leaf springs were gone. It was sitting down on the ground. The frame was like warped and melted, and it was a terrible. I'd be sick to my stomach if that happened to me. But luckily, the front of the car did not get I mean, it was burned. It was bad. Like the hood was all melted. Like all this metal here was melted, and it looked like it was rusting away, but it was melted. The windows had they didn't break. The windows had melted down onto the door, so there was just molten glass all on the inside of the car. It must have been a wildfire. But anyway, the only paint left on it is right here on the fenders in the front. So the front of the car did not receive a lot of damage from that fire, which was, at least compared to the rear of the car, which was good. And with that, I was able to pull the headlight bezels. And these ones are in really good shape. I mean, the holes are not rounded out, folded over. There's not a lot of damage on them. I mean, all of this, let's see if that'll focus there. The only damage is around these holes where the screwdriver and just kind of hitting it, kind of scratched it. But yeah, these are in amazing shape compared to these. I mean, good Lord, look at these. That hole, this will not hold a bolt. Yeah. So much damage on these. I mean, these are junk. That cannot be fixed. This one's not as bad, but this damage here is too much. Too much for my liking. So, they're junk. These ones are going to be fine. They didn't melt at all. They probably got some heat to them, but nothing that the sandblaster can't clean up, and a good repaint will take care of them. Yeah, so super excited about those. Anyway, got these heads in from the same salvage yard. And it's funny, the guy convinced me to buy them. Gave them to me for $100. So I'm not complaining. They're just 1970 440 heads. They're 905s, And really that's it. They've been outside for a while, but they've been covered. Yeah, they look kind of bad, but nothing that machine shop can't clean up. And then this is the creme de la creme of the stuff that I came across today. I finally was able to get a kickdown linkage for this car. So, and again, this comes off that 70 burn victim. But it looks kind of rough. It looks rusty and gummed up, but nothing that the old Sonic cleaner can't clean up, and a wire wheel. Yeah, so that's the stuff that I've got for the car now. I'm debating on replacing the heads with these because I don't know what it's going to take to... I mean, I know what it's going to take, but I don't know if it's going to be worth it to fix the heads that are on the car now. Rather, just replace them with these. I don't know. It's an active debate. But aside from the car, in the shop here, I was able to pick up some really nice shelves. This will be good because I'm going to clean up a lot of this crap here. You know, get everything up off the ground and up against the wall. Pick these up on Amazon, so they're not too bad. And the other thing that happened was my Sonic cleaner crapped out on me. And it was really stupid. So I changed the fluid regularly. And it had got, you know, kind of some stains on here. So I took it outside to wash it. But I didn't realize that it is not sealed. It's not watertight. So water got into this, and come to find out, it got inside of this switch. And kind of gummed it up in the prongs there. And the next time I turned it on, I could smell burning. It smelled like burning electronics. But it ran for a while. It ran okay. And then 2 weekends ago, I was using it, and all of a sudden, just boop, shut off, made a weird noise, and I'm like, oh, I go to turn it off, and the button is stuck. It's stuck on. It had actually, well, what happened was the fuse popped. Okay. Yeah, fuse popped there, and it didn't stop it, and it just started to melt down the whole thing. You can see it's all bubbly there. The switch was stuck. I mean, yeah, see, it's tight right there. Junk. Can't use that anymore. So, luckily, I was able to find some on Amazon. $8 for 2. Good deal. The only thing that's different is it's got a lot more connectors on it. Yeah, so we'll be getting this bad boy all fixed up here. And hopefully first things we'll clean with it. First things we'll clean are the bezels, and then we'll clean up the kickdown linkage. And I would install them on the car, but again, we're going to be pulling the whole drivetrain here in the next week or two. Yeah, so not a whole lot going on, just a lot of prep work and getting parts, getting things ready, and really I've been winterizing the shop, getting a lot of stuff cleaned up. Yeah, so hopefully in the next few weeks we'll get this pulled and we'll put some good videos out on that. So till then, take it easy.